Hi, and welcome back to the Smart Results Summit. I am so honored to be here with Himani, who is going to talk to us about something that I admittedly am not all that great with all the time, which is implementing with speed. And before we dive in, I just want to remind you that we do have a ton of amazing experts on this event. If you haven't been able to check them all out, look on this page for the button to see what our all access options are and if one of them is right for you. But we are going to just dive right in. Himani, thank you so much for being
I
here,
am
and we're
so
going to have so much
excited to
fun.
be a part of this, Alison. So cool. This is so amazing. Thank you.
We are going to have so much fun. So,
Ah,
you are the sales queen for group programs and live launches, which,
yeah.
yes, but you really also have this whole thing where it's all about speed. So, just briefly talk to me about what really brought you to focus on this speed to implementation thing.
That's a brilliant question. And I keep talking about that learning strategies. Got so many beautiful, brilliant coaches and so much awesome content and all of that. And you've got access to some of the best people in the industry. And I've been blessed to work with some really, really cool influencers, if I may say it. But what I always saw over the last few years is that people, irrespective of which coach did people sign up with, they still remain stuck at some level. Even if we from the outside saw that, oh, this one is making $50,000 a month or 100K a month or whatever, or 50, 100K a
Mhm.
year, doesn't matter, whatever the number is, that's irrespective. But for themselves, because I got to work with them, I've worked with coaches who said, I'm making from a live launch, like a 5-day boot camp, I'm making $50,000 every launch. And I said, oh, but she's doing pretty all right. And then she tells me I'm feeling completely stuck because my revenue is capped. I don't know what to do and I'm stuck.
Mhm.
So that speed and that, and I realize it's all about implementation. And I realize that even though people make progress in these coaching programs for sure, but it comes at a very, very slow pace. And what I also realized is because I was helping my mentor, my business coach, I was helping her sell her high ticket coaching programs, which are for 1 year long. So I had this first-hand experience where I realized that a lot of people could not keep up with the motivation. A lot of people were
Mhm.
dropping out. So I realized unless you support them, not just hold them accountable, but also find the shortest path to get them the success that they really want and you think you can help them bring, that speed I realized was the biggest thing. And it's taken, my focus has always been on that. So that's one reason.
Mhm.
um, Recently I said that I stopped doing coaching programs 100% and I've shifted 100% over to implementation labs, like 3 days or
Mhm.
one-on-ones, couple of
Yeah.
weeks. That's it, and I guarantee results. So that's the switch, and it's beautiful because then you really get to work with people and get them results.
Have you know, like you mentioned that people get stuck because of motivation. Is it an internal thing? Is it an external thing? What have you noticed is the reason that stuckness happens?
Yeah, I have some, okay, full disclaimer, I have some very radical views generically in life, and I'm happy to share those with you guys. Feel free to take what you want with a pinch of salt, use whatever you want, don't use anything that you don't. But that's how I think in my little experience over the
Mhm.
last my part of the online coaching journey. And what I think is people, some rejections, you don't hit your targets, whatever your goals are, every person has a different goal. You don't hit them, you keep spiraling, there are rejections, people keep talking about uh, sales calls, and I talk about sales calls a lot because
Mhm.
I am a salesperson. I teach
Mhm.
you how to sell without having to sell ever again. I mean, that's what my zone of
Right.
genius is. I'm all about feminine selling, like creating such a vibe, such a high energy space in the shortest span of
Mhm.
time that people come running to you and say, how can I take the next step forward with you? So coming from that space, when you go back and you see people stuck and you like, oh, but they got into a spiral and the rejection happened or there were objections, how how their business coaches teach them. Oh, let's teach you how to handle objections. So the environment that's getting created even before the stage is set is that I'm inviting in objections into those calls. And I'm like,
Mm.
but the process should be designed in a way that there are no objections, and it's totally possible to do that. And that's what I share. That's a part of my work. So for me, when people say that, oh, when you say internal and external, what you're, I think, referring to is internal is basically mindset work. So a lot of people would say, oh, I'm not successful at, I don't know how to put out my I don't know how to put out my offer. People are not buying from me. I'm not good enough. I've been a failure, and all you keep spiraling back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and then you run to a mindset coach at some point. I mean, you tend to give up for a bit, then you pick yourself up. It's a whole spiral. All of us have gone through it
Oh,
multiple
yeah.
times. And then you're like, oh, I think I should. So there are a couple of things that happen there. Oh, either my offer is priced way too high, or I should turn into evergreen, or I should get a lead generation person, or I should get a launch, depending upon whatever it is that you're doing. You're always trying to find some other alternative. And the biggest one I've seen is, oh, it's a mindset issue. Oh, I have these limiting beliefs. Oh, those kind of things. And for me, I have had if I may say, I am one coach who always says, mindset, yes, all of us are growing. I mean, I think until the last day of our lives, until we are breathing, mindset is something we'll always work on and we'll always learn, all of that.
Yeah.
But sales, when it comes to selling and closing clients and getting people into your world and getting to serve them the way that you should serve them, it's got nothing to do with mindset, like zilch, like zero. Nothing. And I can substantiate with my stories the way I came to this. And I am not a born salesperson. I was shit scared of talking to people. Forget about anything else. And that's why it's easy for me to not sell to people, if you know what I mean.
Right.
It's the opposite of mindset, according to me. It's simple, sequenced process. It's a super simplified sequence process of selling, or people call them strategies. It doesn't matter. But it's like, how you learn when you learn how to drive. There's a step-by-step thing and you practice, and there's a process and you learn it. You want to learn how to do some tech stuff. There's a process, there's a manual, you Google it, you have a PDF or whatever, and you follow through the instructions. Sales is just that. There's nothing else to it. So when I train the sales teams, as we call them, the social sellers, I write their whole process. I write their SOPs. I write their, the scripts. And they say, oh, but, we don't want to have cookie cutter scripts. We don't do cookie cutter scripts. We teach them the framework.
Right.
So if you learn that, that's it. Then you're golden. Then your business is forever. You apply them to any business, any offer, anything, and you're good.
So I'm going to come in and challenge a little.
Okay.
Because I like what you're saying. It's it's a little bit of just and Jenny is a fan of saying, you just kind of suck it up and do it, right? Like if you're feeling hesitant, if you're feeling scared, if you're feeling resistant, you just kind of follow the process that's in front of you and you do it. I'm going to represent the neurodivergent community and say sometimes just doing it isn't in the cards, and there's real brain chemistry issue with motivation and pushing forward and rejection sensitivity and all of these things that I could talk about for hours.
Yep.
How do you get to that place of essentially compartmentalizing the mindset stuff away? And we just talked about this right before we started recording, right? You work now, have feelings later. How do you get to that point so that you can move forward and get stuff done?
Alison, it's actually simpler than we think it is, because we tend to overthink, and we tend to overthink because that's how our minds have been conditioned, is what I think. There are two things I will like to put out here. One is, if you start not just reading, understanding, believing, but you completely surrender, completely embody, as they say, the idea of face the fear and do it anyway. Face the fear. and do it anyway, because the fear will come up. Like they keep telling you about the comfort zone, come out of it, because if you do the same thing the same way, that the way you've always done,
Mhm.
you'll get the same results. So that's one way. But it's not
Right.
just a saying. For me, my personal growth, my spiritual growth has taught me that all the things that I learned over the last, as being an adult, last just couple of years, I've started learning to literally pick myself and step into that zone and start feeling them and living them, which did not happen over the years. As honest
Hmm.
as that. So when you
Yeah.
start realizing that this is a thing, this is not just a concept, it shifts, because then when it comes, when that moment comes, when that challenge comes, you look it in the eye and you say, oh yeah, I'm better prepared. I'm conscious. Yes, I'm feeling scared. I'm aware of my feelings, but I'm not going
Hmm.
to run away this time. That's one way of doing it.
Hmm.
The other
Yeah.
way, the other thing, as a coach, I will tell you this. I was talking about, I was doing this workshop last week. It's called Fastest Path to Clients. It's a half-day workshop and I
Hmm.
love it. And I was sharing the same thing. And I said that the reason people are not motivated, there is only one reason. I mean, assuming the coach is really good, they've got the best
Hmm.
of content, they are expert in their niche, they know their stuff, they get people results, they're highly credible, highly valuable.
Hmm.
Assuming you don't have any chemical imbalance issues, like some kind of thing, assuming all of
Right.
that is in place,
Yes.
the only thing left, according to me, in my experience, is that people like or need, they have the need, inherent need to be led. You got
Mm.
to be a leader as a coach. Just by being an expert is not enough, because if you cannot lead them to take the next action, the next post, the next step
Hmm.
forward, people will not feel led, they will not feel connected to you, they will not be motivated, and when they don't feel motivated, they're not going to take the action. So I was giving some simple examples. We were talking about an
Hmm.
invisible nurturing Facebook group funnel, some stuff. And then I said, even that first post that you write, the welcome video, a lot of people just do it or just put out a little post somewhere
Hmm.
inside their groups. And I said, there is a whole framework to doing that. You cannot just do it, okay, come, welcome, the way everybody does. I'm not going to go and describe that. But
Right.
then you tell them the what, the why, your process, your story, why you're doing what you are doing. Because if you don't do all of that, they're not going to feel connected to you. And
Right.
then you give them some call to action, something simple as do this. Like if I want to tell them, I'd like you to go live and introduce yourself. Now, everybody will just say that. I will give them 3 reasons why they should do that. So
Hmm.
they feel led by the end of the day. I give them
Right.
3 reasons of why they should feel led. This is the first message, personalized inbox message that
Hmm.
they'll receive from me, that hey, this is
Right.
a great community, this has got people that you can also network and work together with. This is
Hmm.
the only time that you will get an opportunity to go live. This is, and this is whatever. Like
Right.
I give them 3 times, and I said, if you're a coach and if you are a value coach, this should be a piece of cake for you. Like I'm also encouraging them, I'm also supporting them, I'm saying this is a great community and let's get to know each other and let's connect and let's take it forward. So
Hmm.
so it's
And
as simple as that. And then it
yeah,
obviously manifests into a lot of different areas of your entire business, if I may say it.
of course. Yes.
Yeah.
And I also just want to mention simple does not always mean easy. It's something that takes practice and
Yeah.
work, and you're not going to just be good at it the very first time you try it. I have to remind my 7-year-old of that all the time.
100%. 100.
You're not going to
But
just be good at something.
yeah, but it's good to do it. It's good to make the
Hmm.
first attempt. It's good to know that, oh, you did it. And you'll see that from wherever you are, zero, let's call it ground zero, you
Hmm.
will be at like 30, 40, 50% in the first attempt. The next attempt, you'll
Right.
watch it yourself and you're like, oh, as long as you keep going, the next time around you'll be like at 70, 80%. And then if you
Hmm.
know the framework, or
Right.
you're just great. I mean, that's how everybody moves forward. So it's just that you need that little nudge, that little support, that little leadership. So I always say coaches need to be leaders.
We do. We do. And now if we're in a program that they have a good framework, they offer the great scripts, they offer all the information we need, but they're not giving us the motivation and being led that we need in order to implement, how can we is there a way that we can kind of lead ourselves as well? Like you're saying we need to lead our people, and I'm totally there. Is the way that we lead ourselves to motivate ourselves from inside that, you know what, I'm going to step into that action. I'm going to be that person. Maybe I have two Alisons, one who is the doer and one who's the afraid one. And I'm going to leave the afraid one behind me for today and I'm going to be the doer. Is that
Beautifully,
how we lead ourselves?
beautifully said. So this is like a completely different topic, but since I'm all about spirituality and personality
Yeah.
growth, I mean, I don't teach all this stuff, but I imbibe all this in my work. Like
Yeah.
when I do my sales workshops,
Yeah.
I take them through a process of meditation, and people are like, "What? Did we just do a meditation inside a sales workshop?" I'm like, "Yeah, with me, you do that. You get to do that. There's no other way."
Yeah.
Because I do it in my daily practices, and the reason why I do it is, and people can have their different toolkits, people can have different, it's a part
Hmm.
of your spiritual growth, it's a part of
It is.
your personality development. And so I do a lot of things. I mean, that's how I went through a lot of stuff in my life last couple of years. And the
Yeah.
reason I've come out in one piece, nice and strong, all of
Yeah.
that on the other side, is because I kept doing my spiritual practices, which include calming myself down. You have to
Hmm.
calm yourself down. Simple breath work. When we were born with the most intense, the most powerful, the simplest toolkit which came with us for free, which we don't even know about, is our breath. And it's
Hmm.
so powerful. Simple, deep breaths. If you learn how to do that, you just
Hmm.
calm yourself down and you put yourself in a space where all this negative mental chatter stops affecting you the way it does otherwise. So that's
Yeah.
one. So I found my own things. I've created a lot of playlists for myself. In fact, I
Hmm.
do like to share my manifestation toolkit with my people when I work together
Yeah.
with them,
I
because it
love
really
that.
helps. So some
Yeah.
chants, some affirmations, I mean, I have a
Hmm.
lot of things that I do, but I would say it's better that if you're in that space, that you are a part of some kind of a community,
Of
because sometimes
course.
it's very easy for you to kind of get stuck in that up and down and not being able to put yourself out. So that's why from my side, I realized that the only way I can get people, see, the fastest way to shift somebody's mindset and the fastest way to get somebody out of that imposter syndrome that some people talk about, and the fastest way to get you out of the unled, uninspired mode, which is
Hmm.
nothing really except for lack of clarity, to be honesty.
Mm.
I listen to Mel Robbins a lot, and she
Hmm.
explains that there is nothing called being lazy. It's all about lack of clarity. It's really that. And she really breaks it down really well. I mean, she's
Mm.
got hour long. I can't talk like her, but she's amazing. So, so what I do is then rather than doing a 6 month or a 12-month, whatever long coaching program, where
Uh-huh.
the coach would anyways go live like once a week, right? That's what they do,
Right. Uh-huh.
a 1 hour call. So like, let's
Yeah.
say they'll go live for like 4 hours a month, which is in
Hmm.
6 months, it's about 24 odd hours. I do those 24 hours in just 3 days. Like I show up like a beast, and I'm
It's an
like,
event.
and
Hmm.
yeah, and it's not just, okay, I'm showing live, talk to me. I mean, you can leave your
Right.
questions, or if anybody has any questions, this is your portal, this is your information. They're like 200 videos or whatever resources. Go watch, come back with your questions. You've got these coaches. And I'm like, it's very difficult for people to lead themselves, because if they knew how
Yeah.
to do it, they may be great leaders in other niches, other areas of their
Mhm.
lives. So somebody could be great at finances, somebody could be great at their physical health or something. But when it comes to, let's say now you're attending this coaching program, you're not good at this, you're not feeling
That's why
led.
you're here. Right.
That's why you're here. So that, to bridge that gap, because I saw that there was a big gap in the
Hmm.
industry, I decided to completely put myself on the line, and I said, I will hold your hand, and we will do it till the time it's done. When the fear shows up, when the doubt shows up, you will see me right there in that Zoom room talking to me, and I will make it happen for you. So that was my way of
Hmm.
tackling that whole thing. And the minute they get that first conversion, and when I say conversion, that does not only mean getting that first sale. Conversion can be any stage of their sales process. where they felt that they were stuck, like they couldn't grow their group, they couldn't have a nice conversation with people. So suddenly their call to action is, let's take people inside my group. And now, suddenly this week they got 50, 100 new people in their audience. And they're like, holy cow, how did that happen? Because I taught them the process, start conversations, or they couldn't get people to sign up for their next event, next workshop.
Right.
And people come to me after 3 days of my workshop. 2 people have reached out to me. One person said, I've already got 35 people. She was jumping. Yeah, the other one said 45. So I'm like, this was like 2 or 3 days ago, so I don't know how it's going now. But I'm just saying, when they see that kind of stuff, and when they start signing up people, and when the nurturing starts happening the way they never imagined it would have happened, and all of this is happening right at the gate, like in the first few days, they're like, oh my gosh, the adrenaline that starts building up. It's something that no doctor, no medication, nothing. It's like you empowered them, and you see it on their whole body starts lighting up. And that's what I live to see. I want I want to see their results. So that conversion is what I would say bypasses the mindset. Like when you make your first sale, when you make your first $1,000, you make your first $5,000, you make your first $20,000, your mindset has to shift automatically.
Well, yeah, the excitement, the joy, the passion, the drive, it like you said, it supersedes everything else. Like if you have, I've done things in my house, I'm so excited to do it, and so it overcomes any uncertainty that I have, or any executive dysfunction that comes along with my ADHD, or any of that. I get it done because I'm excited. And so getting your people excited,
that's the key,
helping
and
them
that's
see
a
those
part of
results
leading
right
them.
away.
That's a part of leading them. And if I can make myself available when those fears come, when that negative spiral hits them, imagine I'm there. So them just knowing that Himani is there and we can talk to her, we can reach her, she's so approachable, she's going to hold, they're seeing me all through the 3 days that she's holding us by the hand. There is no chance of them slipping. I won't let them slip.
Right. There's not even enough time for it. The first 3 days, you're super excited about this program or what have you. I mean, I've done that. I've been in group coaching programs. The first 3 weeks, I am all in, and then I'm over it because
I said something else here. I said I'm replacing 6-month-long coaching programs.
You did.
And the revenue that people are promised or whatever anticipated, expect to generate from that, I'm replacing that with 3 full VIP days. I'm replacing that. And that's
I was getting to it. I was getting to it. Yeah.
That's where the speed comes. That's where the speed is.
Yeah. Well, and I know that you just taught a workshop on it, and I'm sure you had so much fun. You'll do another one in the future. So anybody watching should make sure they follow or get on your list. But so you show your people how to condense that information. You said simplify, which I think is important, right? Because we're not just trying to cram the 200 videos into 3 days, right?
No. So I always say that reduce, like, I don't know if let's say in the context of Facebook, because I'm all about Facebook, people are told, go live every week, put so much content, blah, 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 which is great. I'm not against that at all. So don't even take me up on that. But I'm saying, I've been telling people, if you give me 30 pieces, 50 pieces of content to watch when I come inside your world, and you expect me to become your paid client, I'm saying that it is possible to sign up clients in the first 3 to 7 days. Now, if you give me 50 pieces or 30 pieces of content to watch, which I'm not going to be able to watch, do you think I will be able to sign up with you at all? I will not. Give me 3 pieces of content, which you design give me exactly what I need, not what is going on in the group in that week when I'm coming in, because the group is ongoing. I'm not. I've just come in. So give me what I need, not what is going on. Segregate the two. Give me just that information delivered to me in my inbox in a personalized 2-way communication system, which is what I talk about. And this is the entire system where you nurture people in a way that they're like blown over. And you just give them those 3 pieces of content, broadly speaking, could be 5, but just those
Yeah.
very important pivotal pieces of content that just gives them what they need as soon as they get into your world, and they take a call themselves that either they'll qualify themselves or they'll disqualify themselves, and they're both equally important. That's
Yes,
how
they are.
that's how you convert people. That's how you convert people. Don't give me so much content that I just feel like, oh, I have more to watch. Oh, I have more to watch. Let me put it on my calendar. Life
Right.
goes on. By then they'll start following another coach, another program,
Yeah.
another group, and they're gone. They're gone. You've lost them.
Okay, we have covered so much. So first, you're going to get out of your own way by stepping into the action and letting the scared version of yourself stand behind you and hide for now. Okay.
Yep.
2, you are going to get out of their way by simplifying what you're delivering to them in an intentional kind of way.
Yep.
3, you're going to shorten the time all this takes because we don't need 6 to 12 months. We need 3 to 7 days.
Yep.
And that's how we keep them
100%.
motivated
it's
and
possible.
excited.
And it's possible.
It's
100%
absolutely possible because you are essentially not letting your mindset get in the way. You're not letting
I love
their
that.
mindset get in the way. You
Yeah.
are saying, here's the program, however it was written. Another coach, you, personally, I might have written one myself. Whatever the plan is, I'm going to write it out and then I'm going to follow it piece by piece in order to get things done fast. Is that a good summation of the things we've talked about?
100%, 100%, 100%. Very beautifully put out. Even I couldn't have done it that well. Thank you.
Well, thank you. And I know that you have, other than the workshop that, again, I'm sure you're going to do again in the future after this event. So you're going to want to get on the list anyway, but you have a gift for our audience.
Yeah, so what I'm doing is I really want this really cool information to reach as many coaches as we possibly can. So what I've done is I have put together a short video, I haven't checked the duration. I think we are still editing it. It's going to be for about 30 minutes. And I want to make it available for everybody to make use of, watch it. My information is generally radical, but it's going to save you so much time. It's going to save you so much cash. And it's going to put you in a completely different mindset of fast success. So watch this video, and it's free to watch. Enjoy it. It's all about switching to DMs, why they're so important. And I break down why people always talk about, don't do cold DMs, they're spamming people. I mean, I have a whole thing to talk about, and there's so many people there are so many ahas, and people are like, oh, we have been struggling. We've been posting on Facebook, and we've been praying for the algorithm to send our stuff out, and we've been engaging and been taught 20 things, and we've become a slave to social media. And I'm like, what if I taught you how to do all of that without having to post ever again, without having to prove your worth ever again, and without having to sell ever again? None of that.
And that's what this video is going to teach us.
That's what it's going to teach you. And so I'm going to put it out for sure. And then there's a full, in fact, I might just make I'm thinking of making my, just because, you've been so kind. So for you, I'm planning to put together like the whole workshop, which will be available also to purchase if you like the first part, and completely transform your lives at a very, 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 very entry level price. Like everybody should be able to watch it just to cover the cost of it, if nothing else. So,
of course, for sure. Well, that sounds amazing. And what we're going to do is somewhere around this video on this page is going to be a button that everybody can click to go ahead and grab that video training and then see if the workshop is something that you want to go ahead and upgrade to, because it's all about speed. It's all about getting it done and stepping away from whatever's holding you back and just seeing how fast you can go and how fast you can help your people go too, because I think that's a really important part.
Beautiful. Appreciate that. That's so good. Love it.
Oh, Himani, I can't thank you enough for being here with us today and sharing your experiences, your expertise, and your radical but very welcome viewpoints.
Thank you. Thank you. It's my pleasure. Absolutely my pleasure to be talking to you.
Wonderful. And everyone watching, we very much appreciate you as well. Again, if you want to get the most out of this event, please do look somewhere on this page for a button that'll take you to the details about our VIP all access options. Jenny and I worked really hard to make these a no-brainer for you. So do check them out and see if they're a fit. And we will see you next time.
Guys, I have been talking to all the speakers who have participated in this amazing event. Trust me, I am waiting to learn from them. I'm waiting to engage more and more with them. You will walk away with something that you did not even know existed. So quickly grab all this beautiful, useful, valuable information as soon as you can. So it'll be very helpful.
Awesome. Thank you, Himani. Thank you, everybody, for watching.
Thank you.